It's Week 6 of the National Football League. Coming up, we'll see Elijah Moore. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Barons and the Titans. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Tennessee Titans and the Brooklyn Barons. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Hurts throwing right away. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To throw again on set down. Hurts. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try to run for first with Henry. Room here to run. That first for 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Point 1, 2, and 3. Defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, the offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovered it? Missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On second and a long way to go. Hurts. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice in that area, but they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Haynes, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. The way he put the hole, absolutely perfect.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-hand grab there. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, that's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And brought down, but not for reaching the 45-yard line. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Those are the plays right now that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's able to produce those types of numbers.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Up the middle they go. It's Haynes. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He finds man complete. That's Haynes. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense is coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Just not much a quarterback can do there. The pressure is in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge. Those pass rushers, so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism in this play, though. And he could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had pressure time to do anything with the football there. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because the team on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, and open, always good guys, take it and let's go with it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play call should get all the credit. Sometimes I think a huddle, the quarterback just says, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for these, aren't you? A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line.
Steelers tackle at the 46-yard line.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he will have a Titans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Hurts. On the slant, Burks. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Following the fumble recovery, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago, 5 catches, 55 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he'd be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard
Play
line.
action. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On second down, it's Haynes, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Hurts there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Right back to him on first down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2.
From the 17, Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes, all 3 passes incompletions, 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting, pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. We're scoreless. 1. In corner now, it's Brooklyn in possession. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Barons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
Just say it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Breaks a great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Escaping the... And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Haynes. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now, it's Haynes. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that'll keep this a 9-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Hurts to throw. He gets this one to Burks. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Complete to Traylon Brooks. A gain of 15. And the Titans' first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. This is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get up to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Brian Johnson now for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Haynes. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
He was brought down to the 28-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. Haynes. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
On 2nd down now, it's Haynes. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go. It's Haynes. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, it's Malone. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Wilson. Touchdown! Will Disley from 6 yards away. And they're able to add on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle here to Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They go play action with Hurts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Caught by Woods.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is Harris. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
Zach Wilson and the offense heading back out. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson
Getting the football to Davis on an out route.
he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down. To throw is Wilson.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Haynes. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And brought in downfield by Burks.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 36 yards.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, on the other side, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Second down and 3.
They'll try the left side. It's Haynes, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. On second down now, it's Haynes. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. On third down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant here to Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll try the left side. Haynes. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd and 9. Wilson rolling to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Carlson able to put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk. 20. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurts.
Flushed out right. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ballgame.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Harris now to return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone. And
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Hurts will throw.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense just added 2 more onto their lead, and now they'll see what they can do here offensively as they get it back following the free kick.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Haynes. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown! A big play there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Barons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And bring out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jump all the way to the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And the Titans getting set to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Again, they run with Ellington. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. Here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 45 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Haynes. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might water into some tough coverage.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
3 quarters have come and gone.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Eluding, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Quentin Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now here's a high-pressure moment for Brian Johnson.
They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Play action. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he'll take a shot for the end zone.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Wilson. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Haynes. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans now just about ready to take over. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts throwing quickly to Wilson.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts over the middle. That's caught by Shorts. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Ahmad Gardner finishing off the corner blitz.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So now they're going to send up the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the deficit will hold pat at 13. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now. But in the sense, given that distance, you can probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. To throw is Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Treylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts on the slant. Burks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On first down, Hurts. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Inside handoff, Henry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods from 8 yards out. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th
catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Haynes, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Haynes, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Barons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got well into the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So now the Titans down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Now their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
Hurts. Got his man, it's Woods. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
From the 27,
Hurts. That's caught by Wilson.
and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Woods has it complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Hurts throw pulled in by Woods. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Johnson for the extra point try. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the home team here, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.